Shifting focus to the United States now, incoming U.S. President Donald Trump's next target is China. There were big clues about what Trump's China policy would look like when Marco Rubio, Trump's nominee for Secretary of State, appeared before U.S. senators for his confirmation hearing on Wednesday. Rubio, who is poised to be Trump's top diplomat, spoke most strongly about the need to confront Beijing, a sign that the new Trump administration will adopt a more aggressive strategy to counter China than the last time. Labeling China as dangerous, Rubio accused the country of cheating its way to superpower status. He warned that if America does not make changes, everything that is important to Americans will depend on whether China allows the U.S. to have it or not. Listen in.
So if we don't change course, we are going to live in a world where much of what matters to us on a daily basis, from our security to our health, will be dependent on whether the Chinese allow us to have it or not. That's an unacceptable outcome.
Now, this does not come as a surprise. Rubio has long been one of Congress's leading advocates for stronger China policy. In fact, his support for Hong Kong democracy protesters earned him Chinese sanctions in 2020, which means that he could be the first Secretary of State under active Chinese travel restrictions, and that's significant. Regardless, Rubio is expected to wield the U.S. State Department's own sanction powers against Chinese officials, having promoted greater sanctions against China as a senator. On Taiwan, Rubio has said that Washington must help the self-governing island with its so-called porcupine strategy to discourage an invasion, a strategy that will make it harder for China to attack. And Rubio warned that unless the U.S. makes these so-called dramatic changes, it would have to deal with the prospect of a cataclysmic military intervention in the Indo-Pacific before the end of the decade.
Cost of invading Taiwan higher than the benefit. We want to discourage that by the Chinese believing that, yes, could they ultimately win an invasion of Taiwan, but the price would be too high to pay. It's basically deterrence. And I think that's critical, not just to defending Taiwan, to preventing a cataclysmic military intervention in the Indo-Pacific. And that's what it would be.
During his 3 Senate terms, Rubio has sponsored several pro-Taiwan bills. In 2020, for that matter, he met with Taiwan's then Vice President and now President Lai Ching-te, whom Beijing calls a separatist. Remember, China views Taiwan as a breakaway province and has in recent years ratcheted up military pressure on the island. China's ongoing pressure campaign includes near-daily incursions into Taiwan's air defense identification zone and major military drills, such as a simulated blockade of the island. China has also accelerated the production of dual-use naval vessels, including roll-on, roll-off cargo ships capable of transporting troops as well as vehicles across the Taiwan Strait. As the next Secretary of State, Rubio is expected to try and strengthen American alliances in Asia in a bid to deter China from aggressive military actions. However, Rubio may face challenges against Trump's skepticism of allies. Trump sees countries like Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, and Taiwan, all territories most under threat from China, as free riders. His past comments suggesting that he believes these countries rely too much on the American military for their protection. Comments made by Trump on the campaign trail, including a suggestion Taipei should pay the U.S. for its defense, have therefore raised questions about his commitment to Taiwan. But it was Rubio who last summer insisted that his Taiwan commitment remains strong.